Friend, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew, what a very sweet name. I feel as if we are going to be great friends. I like you already more than I can say. My first impressions of people are never wrong.
How nice of you to like me so much after knowing each other for such a comparatively short time. Press down.
I may call you Cecily, may I not?
If you wish.
And you will always call me Gwendolyn, won't you?
Oh, with pleasure.
Then it's all quite settled, is it not?
I hope so.
Perhaps now will be a favorable opportunity for mentioning who I am. My father is Lord Rackham. You've heard of Papa, I suppose.
Oh, I don't think so.
Outside the family circle, Papa, I'm glad to say, is entirely unknown. I think that's quite as it should be. The home seems to me to be the proper sphere for the man. And certainly once a man begins to neglect his domestic duties, he becomes painfully effeminate, does he not? And I don't like that. It makes men so very attractive. Cecily, Mama, whose views on education have been remarkably strict, has brought me up to be extremely short-sighted. It's part of her system. So, do you mind if I look at you through my glasses?
Oh, not at all, Gwendolyn. I'm very fond of being looked at.
You're here on some short visit, I suppose.
Oh, no, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, has some female relative of advanced years reside here also.
Oh, no, I have no mother, nor any relations.
Indeed.
My dear guardian, the arduous task of this prison has the arduous task of looking after me.
Your guardian?
I am Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh. It's strange he never mentioned to me that he had a ward. How secretive of him. He grows more interesting hourly. I'm not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings of unmixed delight. I'm very fond of you, Cecily. I've loved you ever since I met you. But now that I know you're Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help expressing the wish that you were, well, just a little older than you seem to be, not quite so very alluring in appearance. In fact, if I may speak candidly.
Oh, pray do. I think that whenever one has anything unpleasant to say, one should always speak quite candid.
Well, to speak with perfect candor, Cecily. I wish you were fully 42 and more than usually plain for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He's the very soul of truth and honor. Disloyalty is impossible to him as deception. But even men of the greatest possible moral character can be extremely susceptible to the physical charms of others. Modern, no less than ancient history provides us with many most painful examples of what I refer to. If it were not so indeed, history would become quite unreadable.
I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. Did you say Ernest?
Yes.
But it's not Ernest Worthing who is my ward. It is his brother, his eldest brother.
Ernest never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
Oh, I'm sorry to say they have not been on very good terms for a long time.
That accounts for it. And now that I think of it, I've never heard any man mention his brother. The subject seems distasteful to most men. Oh, Cecily, lift the load from my mind. I'm growing almost anxious. It would have been terrible if any cloud had come across a country like ours, would it not? Of course, you're quite sure that it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is your guardian.
Quite sure, in fact, I'm going to be his.
I beg your pardon.
Dearest Gwendolyn, there's no reason why I should make the secret to you. The little county newspaper is sure to chronicle the fact that next week, me and Ernest Worthing are getting married.
My darling Cecily, I fear there must be some slight error. Mr. Ernest Worthing is engaged to me. The announcement will appear in the Morning Post on Saturday at the latest.
I'm sure you must be under some misconception, Gwendolyn. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
Well, Ernest proposed to me yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you care to verify the incident, pray do so. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to be on the train. I'm so sorry, dear Cecily, if it is any disappointment to you, but I'm afraid that I have the prior claim.
It would distress me more than I can tell you, Gwendolyn, to put you through any mental or physical anguish, but I feel bound to point out that since Ernest proposed to you, he has clearly changed his mind.
If the poor fellow has entrapped himself into any foolish promise, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him at once and with a firm hand.
Do you mean to tell me, Gwendolyn, that I entrapped Ernest into an entanglement? How dare you? This is no time to work shallow mask of manners. When I see spade, I call it a spade.
I'm glad to say that I have never seen a spade. It's obvious that our social spheres have been widely different.
Shall I lay the tea and cakes here?
Yes, as usual.
Are there many interesting walks in Cardew?
Yes, quite many. From the top of the hills quite close, one can see up to 5 counties.
5 counties? I don't think I should like that.
I hate crowds. I'm supposed that's why you live in town?
Quite a well-kept garden this is, Miss Cardew.
So glad you like it, Miss Fairfax.
I had no idea there were so many flowers in the country.
Oh, flowers are common here, as people are in London.
Personally, I cannot understand how anybody manages to exist in the country. If anybody who's anybody does. The country always bores me to death.
May I offer you some tea, Miss Fairfax?
Oh, thank you. Detestable girl, but I require tea.
Sugar?
No, thank you. Sugar is not fashionable anymore.
Bread and butter.
Miss Cardew! You have filled my tea with lots of sugar, and though I ask most distinctly for bread and butter, you have given me cake. Pray it off the judgment of my disposition and the extraordinary sweetness of my nature. But I warn you, Miss Cardew, you and your...
I'm hurting.